Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 26th Annual Better Government Competition Awards Gala. I'm Jim Stergios, and I am so pleased to have all of you here with us. It's a beautiful time to be at Rose Wharf, and I hope you had a chance to take in the tall ships a little bit. Shh. Thanks. You guys are awesome. Look, we are really grateful to have you with us this evening. And we're really grateful to have Dr. Joseph Coughlin with us as our keynote speaker. Emily, thanks for being here as well. Thank you so much. So as my staff would say, Jim says one thing and then he says something else. I asked you all to sit down. Can I ask you for 1 second to stand up? We are delighted to have with us the Massachusetts Governor, Charles D. Baker. And don't sit down for a second because, Lauren, thank you for being here. And Charlie Sr., otherwise known as Charlie the Short, is here as well. Thank you for being here. At the risk of taxing your patience with me, please continue to stand for a second. There's something I want to say to this fellow over here named Brian Shortsleeve. And that is, rarely have we seen a leader with that kind of relentless energy, impressive strategy, focus. Thank you for everything you've done at the MBTA. This fellow has done an incredible job. Okay, because if we're talking about the tea, I wouldn't say sit down because you never can, but go ahead and sit down. Listen, to first-time attendees, we are packed tonight. I really appreciate your attendance. A special welcome to new people here, and a couple of sentences about Pioneer and about the Better Government Competition. If you believe in excellent school choices for all parents and all students, access to innovative, high-quality healthcare, a government that works for you, and lots of opportunities to start businesses and create jobs, you'll like Pioneer Institute. As for this competition, it's a special part of Pioneer. 26 years ago, our founder, Pete Peters, who at the time was 78 years old, together with Charlie Baker Sr., some friends and consultants, they asked a really good question. The question was, we at Pioneer are smart enough to know there are lots of smart people around the country who are trying to solve the same problems we're trying to solve here in Massachusetts. So how do you tap into their brains? Their answer was the Better Government Competition, a crowdsourcing effort backstopped by a money prize, each year focused on one single issue. Over 2 decades, the impact of this competition has been startling. A short list of successes includes re-engineering water treatment at Deer Island, a new financing model at the MBTA, welfare reforms, child support reforms, improved case management in our courts, streamlined provision of Medicaid and Medicare services, and on and on. Tonight's program, a wonderful dinner, great company, the awards program, an uplifting speech from Dr. Joseph Coughlin wouldn't be possible without the support of so many friends in this room. Our premier sponsors are Benchmark Senior Living, Bristol Myers Squibb, and the Roe Foundation. Please give them a hand. Our distinguished sponsors are Anchor Capital Advisors, Senior Link, Tish and Steve Mead, Jane and Steve Aiken, Holly and Bruce Johnstone, and Polly and Peter Townsend. Please give them a round of applause. Our event sponsors are Beacon Health Options, Eastern Bank, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, the National Association of Industrial and Office Properties, Rogerson Communities, Tufts Health Plan Foundation. You get an extra one for enthusiasm. Kelly and Gary Blank, Barbara and Fred Clifford, Ellen and Bruce Hertzfelder, Teak and Chuck Hewitt, Seal and Bill Hicks, Pat and Al Houston, Jean and John Kingston, Susan and Preston McSwain, Lynn and Mark Rickabaugh, Roger Scoville, Eileen and John Civilella, and last but not least, Angie and the great Bill Tyler. Thank you. A couple of final thank yous. First to the judges panel, Charles Baker Sr., Nick Doherty, Dr. Gary Kearney, Robin Lipson, James Siegel, and Joanna Weiss, thank you. And last but not least, Pioneer staff members, Shoni Littlehell, incredible job, Matt Blackburn, Michaela Dawson, Brian Patterson, and Lauren Corvese, thank you so much for your terrific work. There's a lot of work that goes into an event like this, and we are deeply, deeply appreciative. So a couple of words on this year's competition. This year's challenge is one that's in Pioneer's DNA. Think about it, what a luxury. You know, what a market-oriented challenge we have before us tonight. Thanks to that particular genius of market competition and the free society, which have increased prosperity and spurred new discoveries and product developments, in less than a century, we've seen the human lifespan extended by 2 decades, and importantly, a dramatic jump in the quality of life for seniors. With our progress, we now have an opportunity to rethink aging, That's the power of markets. I say this topic is in Pioneer's DNA for another reason, though. There are few organizations that have benefited from the work and volunteerism of older adults as much as Pioneer. Pioneer's very existence would not have been possible without people like Pete Peters, who, when he started Pioneer at the age of 75, knew there was much more to aging than golf. It's been a blessing to have Pete, to have people like Colby Hewitt, Charlie Baker Sr., Roger, dear Roger Perry. And when I say dear Roger Perry, I mean really dear Roger Perry, who are in the office into their 80s and into their 90s, and they have brought to our work a different kind of, a very harnessed, measured energy, a wealth of experience, a dislike for know-it-alls, a dislike for impractical ideas. They understand the urgency and value of time. And they have been an inspiration from which we are all beneficiaries. Improving the quality of life for aging Americans does have some history at this competition. I'd like to share a brief video summarizing the progress of a previous competition winner from 2009, Senior Link, wonderful sponsors this evening doing wonderful work around the country. Please enjoy the video.
We began Senior Link in the year 2000 with the belief that we had a better way than nursing home care for folks. In 2004, Governor Romney authorized a pilot program that was to do 2 things. Number 1, take care of folks who were in danger of being placed into a nursing home. Number 2, be a cost savings. Since then, our current governor has encouraged us so that we have become a national model. We continue to demonstrate that every dollar spent in our services is $2 saved in nursing home care. Since 2000, our purpose at Senior Link is to transform caregiving and honor families.
A lot has changed since 2009 when the Pioneer Institute selected Senior Link for its Better Government Award. Let me highlight a few quick things. First, our growth and savings to state government. Since 2009, we have grown 11-fold. We had 50 employees then, over 500 today. We serve 350 families on an active basis in the Commonwealth, today 4,100 families in 6 states. And in terms of savings, over 8 years, we have saved state governments $400 million. Second, our revenue mix. It used to be that government was the only payer for our service. Today, managed care accounts for 1/3 of our revenue. Importantly, this caused us to seek NCQA accreditation, and we became the first in the nation to be accredited as a case management entity in the community. Third and most important, we continue to commit technology to our caregivers in the home. We recently launched Gala, our HIPAA-secure care collaboration platform. We use Gala today to securely message with our caregivers and to allow care teams to collaborate around complex care. Despite our accomplishments, we have a lot of work left to do. There are 45 million family caregivers in this country that provide $500 billion worth of unpaid labor to our $3 trillion healthcare ecosystem. We believed in 2009, and we believe today, that if we do not provide voice to the caregiver nation, if we do not leverage their competencies, then our ability to manage healthcare costs in the long run will be frustrated. Jim, we want to thank you, the Pioneer Institute, and Governor Baker for your continued support of our vision. As a past recipient of the award, we want to congratulate this year's competitors, and especially this year's winner, Hebrew Senior Life's Right Care, Right Place, Right Time program. May you all enjoy the same success that SeniorLink has.